I was looking forward to Naughty But Nice because this is apparently the first Sniffles cartoon. This was released in 1939. It is, of course, a Warner Brothers cartoon. It's directed by Chuck Jones and written by Rich Hogan, with voices provided by Mel Blanc and Margaret Hill-Talbot. And Sniffles is in a pharmacy or a drugstore, and he drinks some cold medicine, and it makes him a little bit intoxicated. And it's very slow. Nothing happens for about 6 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes, and a lot of it is just him talking to an electric shaver. And I kind of didn't like the fact that they gave the shaver a voice. Now, by voice, I just mean it's the buzzing sounds of the electric shaver, so it doesn't actually have a voice. And I feel like they were trying to make it a bit more interesting and a bit clever, but that noise got really old really quickly, and I don't really feel like it added anything. And that gag, well, gag's maybe too strong a word, but it wore down very quickly, but they really overstretched it, and I just got so bored. But then the animation picked up. It wasn't really that interesting to look at. I didn't care for the movements of the electric shaver, and then a few things happened that made me go, actually, this isn't too bad. So I feel like the first 2/3 of this cartoon are so slow. I mean, the first 30 seconds or so, they're okay. But the rest of it is just so boring and nothing happens. And then a few things happen in the last couple of minutes. So the pacing is horrendously bad. But eventually it became quite good. So I guess I'm going to have to give a spoiler warning for the things that happen, because they happen towards the end, and I never like to give away the endings without a spoiler warning. But also I would recommend this for the things at the end. I don't want to ruin the only good things in it. So to sum up before I give spoilers, the animation quality is okay. There are a few really good bits of animation, which I'll discuss in a moment. The pacing is shocking. Nothing happens for a very long time. As an introduction to Sniffles, I don't think it's a good introduction, and I'm pleased this isn't the first Sniffles cartoon that I saw, because it's just not very good. So, spoilers from now, to mention the few bits that I thought were quite good. And the first bit is the bit with the claw machine. That was visually really interesting to look at. There were a lot of colours and a lot of little things with some good attention to detail. So that I thought was quite good and also unexpected. And the other bit, we have the cat. And while I didn't like the shaver as a character, I loved how the cat was animated, particularly when it was shaven in like a concentric pattern or something, and we saw just tufts of fur, and that looked really interesting, to say the least. So I found that bit of animation was actually pretty good, and I didn't mind watching that part of it. But yeah, the rest of it wasn't great. Was it worth sitting through to get to that bit? I mean, it's not the longest cartoon in the world, so yeah, it wasn't. I don't mind having seen it to get to the good bits. But as I said, for me, I don't think it's a good introduction to Sniffles as a character, and I just think it's generally a very slow, mundane cartoon with a few good bits towards the end. I wouldn't hate having to watch it again, but I doubt I'd ever choose it.